We need to chat. We still have him, still got my doggo, thank God, and we need to talk about one specific subject. Alright, let me put these away first. There we go. Then we need the doggo. There we go. We are, chill doggo. We are going to talk about what is in my camera bag. And unfortunately, she is not in there. Okay, so to start off, we have the camera body that I am shooting on right now, and that is the world famous Sony A7 Mark III. This is also in fact my very first camera that I used as a full frame camera, because my very first camera when I started like years ago was the Canon M50 Mark I. That camera was very nice. I did a project with that as well, which I might or may not show depending on what the B-roll editing will be like. That's actually a very nice camera too. That's what got me into photography. That was actually my next big step up. But then quickly after that, I actually decided that I wanted to get into the full frame market and get myself a Sony A7 Mark III. So I got it with the 24mm f1.4 G Master, a beautiful beast of a lens, actually insane. The photos that I shot with that lens are still amongst the most beautiful shots I ever gotten till this date. So that lens, an absolute monster of a lens, the camera, an absolute beast of a camera. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the version that I have right now because of obvious reasons. But what I can show you is the very first lens that I got with it, apart from the 24mm f1.4, which I unfortunately had to sell due to reasons. But that is this one, the Sony 50mm, the Nifty 50 f1.8. Now, this lens is the very first lens that I got together with the camera that I'm shooting on right now. And to be fair, this lens is an absolute monster for the price that you pay. I think this was around 120 euros for me, and this is incredible for that price range. Of course, the quality of the photos aren't as good as like any high-end lenses such as the 50mm f1.4 G Master or the 50mm f1.2, but especially for the 120 euros price tag that I paid for this is an absolute monster of a lens. It produces great images for Instagram, client work even. They were always very happy that I used this lens. And if I use the crop mode on my Sony camera, I can make this 50mm a 75, probably f2-ish or maybe f2.8-ish depending on the crop factor. Just do 1.8 times 1.5 and you'll get whatever it is. So I was actually very happy that I got the Nifty 50 as my very first lens. However, right now it is kind of out of date because I upgraded the lens that I'm shooting this video with, and that is obviously the dream lens that I have always wanted, because this lens that I'm shooting this video on has allowed me to actually up the ante, get better quality videos, start vlogging, and obviously with the vlogging part also comes the photography part. And I think you also know what lens that I'm talking about. It's the beautiful Sony 16-35 f2.8 G Master. It's a beauty of a lens. I love it to death. It is so beautiful. You crazy lunch. However, I can also not show any videos of it because I'm shooting on the lens. But this lens is actually a dream lens ever since I saw the content creation world, ever since I saw North Borders vlogging, ever since I saw like those top and high-end videos shot with the 16-35, I knew that one day I wanted to own one of them. The only sad part is that it is not a Mark II version, but it is the original 16-35, which honestly, I mean, considering the quality, does do a pretty damn good job if you ask me. So that's the camera setup, really, I only have two lenses. I have the 50mm that I can show you, and I have the 16-35mm that you are looking at right now, and that you also saw a lot of clips of my previous vlogs, photos. Those wide angle shots are amazing, especially at the Mont Saint-Michel, but also in various other regions where I've used this lens thus far. It is an absolute beast of a lens. I'm super happy that I got it. However, this is probably the lens that I think I might replace one day with a Mark II. I don't know. It hurts. It definitely hurts to like lose your very first lens where I basically built this channel with. But like, it is also so weird because improving gear and upgrading gear also allows for more creativity, for more versatility. And I don't know if this lens, I mean, it's so beautiful. It is actually insane. But the Mark II, the Mark II would be so great though. That would be amazing. But yeah, for now, this 16-35, the original one, does do the job. I paid quite a bit of money for it. However, considering the Mark II is twice as much at the moment, I am thinking this lens is a steal and I love it to death. Now, that was actually the lenses and the camera talk. But of course, this video is called What's in My Camera Bag? And to be completely honest with you, the actual reason why I have not shown you my camera bag is because I don't have one. I don't have a real camera bag, because the main reason for that is I shoot most of my videos and most of my photos with a 16-35 f2.8G Master. And if I use crop mode, the 35mm turns into a 50mm, which makes this lens kind of redundant. And on top of that, the only reason why I would need this lens if I were to need the f1.8 aperture, or if I wanted to get a 75mm focal range or more. So yeah, I don't have a camera bag. But what I do have though is this. I don't know what this is called, but for now it really does the job. Not because this thing is small, lightweight and compact, but it just packs everything that I need for a photo shoot. So if we open the thing, the very first thing that we can actually see in here are literally, that's all that's in here, supplies. We got a charger. This is a charger for a camera. We have two spare batteries, because very important. The battery life on the Sony a7 Mark III, love it. It is so good that I never had to use more than 3 batteries. So we got some spare batteries, and honestly, the final thing is this. This is just to clean the lens, a little blowy, and it is clean. It just blows the dust off, which is very nice to have. Having a clean lens will make your photos a lot better, because dust on lenses, you can actually see it sometimes, especially also on the sensor. Very important to have one of these. And if this isn't enough, I can just do this as well, and then I have a very large one, so a very large blowy. So honestly, that's my camera bag. It is so stupid, I know. I also should have a spare SD card somewhere. There we go, I found it. So we do have one spare SD card, which will also be very nice to stack up on in the future. And then also one annoying thing is, because I used to shoot Sigma, I don't have the lens anymore. But what I did have though is this beautiful thingy. This is an ND filter. This is one for the 67 diameter lenses that I will probably own in the future. I actually forgot what lens I got this for, because I think my 50mm is quite a bit bigger than, or smaller than 65. I think this is a 45-ish, a 49. So I don't know what lens this was for. I think it might be for my 35 f1.4 Sigma, but I'm not sure anymore. However, this is a, I believe it was a Hoya, there we go. We have the Hoya ND filter, a very variable ND filter, which is actually pretty damn good. It's like a beautiful sunglasses for the camera, so I can adjust the settings. But I didn't get myself one for my 16-35 yet, just because filters are bloody expensive, and honestly at the moment I cannot really afford that, just because it is so expensive, and I also have other stuff to take care of first, and then I can invest into my hobby that will hopefully one day be a job of mine. But yeah, honestly, I feel so weird making this video just because this is literally what is in my camera bag. First, I don't have a camera bag. Second, I have one spare lens that I can show you, and then I have the 16-35. So really, that's it. Oh, I swear to God, I just can keep yapping and yapping and yapping. And you're probably wondering, like, dude, if you have one lens as your main lens and your camera body, then why the hell do you make a what's in your camera bag video? And to be fair, I don't know. To be fair, I think it is quite funny to see how over the years of doing this, my photography kit will upgrade. Maybe I will change systems, maybe I'll get some other lenses, which I will be talking about in a bit. But like, that's why I make these videos. Just because so I can look at it later in my life, God knows when, and think about the fun things that I did. For example, the Mont Saint-Michel. For example, the trip to Rennes. For example, the trip to God knows where. So that's why I'm making these videos, to see how over the life period thingy my kit changed. And talking about change, the very first thing that I want to get in my camera bag that I actually need is a camera bag. I'm still looking at some different kinds of brands that I'm willing to invest into. And the other thing is camera lenses, because I think lenses are more important than the body itself. That's a fact. And the one lens that I'm really eyeballing at the moment, because of Nord borders as well, is the Sigma 1.4 105 millimeters. That thing is a beast. The 105 mil will allow for my portrait shoots to be a lot nicer, and on top of that, I think the 105 mil beats the 85 mil in terms of focal range, because I'm debating on an 85 or a 105, and the 105 just, it looks so beautiful. I know it's heavy AF, but it is so incredibly beautiful. The images that lens produces is also insane. At least the quality is. The images, of course, it's the artist that makes the images or the pictures, so it is incredible what you can do with that lens. So I'm debating on saving up for a 105 f1.4, and what I also really want to get is a 70-200 f2.8 G Master. However, we also have the Sigma version, so I'm debating at this point if I'm going to stick to Sigma because I love Sigma and also their lenses are great and a lot cheaper, or if I want to work toward the Sony Ambassador and get myself some G Master glass, which is top of the line. But then again, compared to the Sigma, I'm saving at least twice the price, so it's going to be a difficult thing to think about. Whoa. It's going to be a difficult thing to think about. However, I used to have the Sigma 35mm f1.4, the original one, not the revision, well, the Mark II basically, if you will, and that lens was absolute. That was a monster as well. So Sigma kind of has my heart, but then again, the Sony G Master glass, selling my kidney, I swear. I am selling my kidney. That's a joke, by the way. So yeah, that's literally it. There's one thing, if I'm talking about improving gear, if I'm talking about changing gear, that I also want to talk about, and that is changing my body. However, that will be a change probably over the course of the next few years, because I want to get the Sony a7R, either Mark IV or Mark V. Maybe by then even the Mark VI, God knows. But the R series of Sony full frame cameras is insane. The amount of cropping that you can do is nuts. However, with the recent announcement and the recent release of the Sony Alpha Mark II, the Alpha 1 Mark II I believe it is, that camera has been, that has been on the radar as well. But first, I need my lenses, and then I can talk about upgrades to a camera body. So yeah, that's it, I believe. I've literally been rambling around. I didn't script any of this. This is just what I do. I literally have nothing to do, so I just talk to a camera in the hope that everybody likes it, in the hopes that I maybe inspire some people to show that you don't need a lot of stuff to start your photography journey. All you need is a little bit of motivation, dedication, and a supporting friend. Come here. Come on. Oh, what the? You don't want to be the supporting doggo. She does not want to be the supporting doggo, but hopefully you will be. Not a supporting doggo, but a supporting friend. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and is there anything you want to say? Is there anything that you want to say? You want to say woof? Oh, she's coming. Say it. What do you want to say? You want to say something to the subbies? Or to the viewies? Hey, what do you want to say? Is there anything you want to say? No free topics, but hey, you go sit down. Do you want to listen to me? For once, please? I guess not. Bye, guys.